Today we're talking about my top 10 favorite art supplies, so stick around. Hey there colorists, welcome to Pencil Stash. I'm Rachel. This is a weekly show all about adult coloring. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, and if you enjoy the video, I'd greatly appreciate you hitting that like button as well. Today, I'm going to bring you through my top 10 favorite art supplies for adult coloring. These are my most commonly used and loved items that I've cultivated from all the products and supplies that I've tried. And by the way, tell me down below in the comments what your favorite can't live without art supply is. And by the way, all the links to these items will be in the description below. So whether you're a colorist yourself and looking for some new goodies, or if you are looking for gift ideas for the avid colorist in your life, this video is for you. Let's get started. Number 1, Prismacolor Premier colored pencils. Whether you have a set of 24 or the full set of 150, my colored pencil of choice is the Prismacolor Premiers, and they come in a wide variety of colors, 150 in total, including all the colors in between that you're able to achieve by layering. In the past, this full set has been quite expensive, but recently Amazon and Dick Blick and many others have had them on sale, so hopefully they'll stay at a reasonable price. I love the soft, creamy application these pencils have, and their ability to layer and blend is fantastic. I've tried a bunch of different pencils, both wax and oil, and I keep coming back to my Prismacolors. Number 2, Prismacolor Colorless Blending Pencil. This is my secret, not so secret anymore, secret weapon. The Prismacolor Blender Pencil is made of the same substance that the regular colored pencils are, but this one has no pigment in it. That's why it's called a colorless blending pencil. So when you're using it, you're actually using that colorless to push around the pigment of the colors that you've already had down to better transition and blend them together and to fill in any white spaces that you may have left, and it even helps disguise any visible pencil strokes. This blender pencil is used after you've placed down all your color in a particular area and really finishes off the look. These come in packs of 2 for about $5, and I go through them pretty quickly, but they are worth every penny and are the perfect complement to the Prismacolor Premier colored pencils. Number 3, Romantic Country Coloring Books. I have an ungodly amount of coloring books, and by far, the Romantic Country series by Erie are my absolute favorite. As of 2017, there are 3 in the series, and individually they're called Tales. And something about the whimsical style and subject matter of these books really appeals to my particular style. The books themselves do have common characters and a sense of theme, but the pages are random and jump from lovely country scenes to dragons and mermaids. If you haven't tried one of these books, I highly recommend them. Number 4, a good pencil sharpener. Now I've showed you guys my sharpener in the past, and it's so hardworking and it definitely deserves a spot on my top 10 list. This is the sharpener I use, and it doesn't have a brand name anywhere on it, but I think I found it on Amazon and will include a link to it down in the description. Mine came with a cheap set of colored pencils I got years and years ago, and I've since ditched those colored pencils, but I kept the sharpener, as this one creates such a great fine point, and depending on the pencil, I very rarely get tip breakage, which is exactly what you want out of a sharpener. Number 5, color charts. These are color charts that I either made myself or printed from sources on the internet. Links will be down in the description below. And basically, each page just kind of showcases all of the colors in a particular set. And they print blank, and you fill them out yourself with your individual pencils. I find this incredibly helpful when choosing my colors for a project, as I can easily see all of the options of hue and tone right on my paper in front of me, compare it to its neighbors, and then pick out the one that I want to use right from my set. On the Faber-Castell chart, there are 3 different areas for you to place the same color, which is a great opportunity to put in the color with different ranges of pressure. so you can see it from light all the way to the heaviest amount of pressure. And on the Prismacolor chart, there's only one circle, but I divided it in half to achieve that same outcome, light pressure on the left and full pressure on the right. Number 6, color palettes. If you struggle with choosing a color palette for a project as much as I tend to, these color palettes are for you. You can find them on Google or any other search engine just by typing in color palettes, but my favorite source for them is actually Pinterest. That way I can create and save all the ones I like right to a special board to reference them later. Now, if you're curious and want to see the ones that I've saved, you can actually find me, Pencil Stash, on Pinterest, and you can follow my color palette board. Now, it's tempting to put too many colors into a piece or to start off your page without a palette in mind, and having one to reference helps rein you in. And once I have a palette in mind, I use my chart to choose my colors, then I make a little project cheat sheet to see how they all look together. Number 7, Sharpie Fine Marker Pens. There's a bunch of options when it comes to a fine black marker, but for me, Sharpie fits the bill. The ink quality is great, it doesn't run or blend out, and the price point is fantastic. I use the size called Fine, and I find that it's roughly the same size or weight as the black lines already in our coloring book. So when I want to add a bit of detail that wasn't in the original illustration, the lines of my Sharpie pen blend right in. Number 8, Uniposca White Marker Pen. This is my favorite white paint pen. It dries nice and matte, meaning it can be applied right over the colored pencil layer, and the color beneath won't bleed through. The markers come in a wide variety of colors and weights, but the one that I use is called Fine. This is great for adding highlights or light reflection lines, little background fireflies, or even just to add some interesting details over your work. Number 9, Soft Pastels. These little beauties are great for large areas or background work. They can be used as is, just like a crayon or a pencil, or you can shave off the fine powder and blend them out with cotton pads. If you've ever tried to do a background with your colored pencils, you know it can be a time-consuming labor of love. Using these soft pastels saves you a ton of time and even allows you to achieve a soft, cloudy, watercolored look. Now, I have full tutorials on how to use these in my channel if you are interested. Number 10, a large, clear ruler. Last but not least is having a great ruler. This one in particular is actually a ruler sold for quilting, but I love the size and the reference lines across it are great. Also, the fact that it's clear allows you to line up lines that are already in your coloring book and build right off of them. I recently used this ruler in a few tutorials where I added detail that the original artist hadn't given us, allowing us to put our own stamp on it, and using this ruler made it so much easier. And that is it, folks. Those are my top 10 use all the time, love every time, favorite art supplies for adult coloring. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. It helps new folks find my channel. And if you're interested in my tutorials, check out my channel for even more great videos on adult coloring. Before you leave though, let's check out the wonderful work you guys have been sending me. If you'd like your work featured here, you can post a photo on Instagram using the hashtag Pencilstash, or post on Facebook in our Pencil Stash adult coloring group. So again guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.